Everybody, it's your boy HP Maharaja, and we back at it. Yes, it is. Today is December 14th, 2017. And it's about 4:46. I just got off of work, and now I'm heading home. We'll probably make some pasta or something like that. So enjoy those vibes. Yeah. So today, the thing I want to talk about. Besides the daily recap, I went to work, came back, and that's all I had today. Nothing else crazy. What I want to talk about today is the importance of releasing prototypes fast so that you can test the market. It's so important when you think, like, I know so many people who have ideas for this type of app, this type of concept, this type of interaction, this type of business, this type of concept, whatever it is. People have so many of these things, right? And a lot of times they are ideas, and a lot of times they just stay ideas. They never become implemented or actualized in any way, shape, or form. Now, obviously, if you're thinking about a crazy idea that takes millions of dollars, it's going to take, it's going to inhibit you and prevent you from thinking and implementing that big. However, you can do something on a very minimalistic scale so that you don't have to invest so much of your money, but you do have to invest some of your effort and time, because that's what it boils down to, right? Like, you might have $10 million, but if you're not willing to invest your time and your effort, that $10 million is not gonna, it's just gonna be sitting there, or even worse, you're gonna be losing that money, because you're lazing around. So it's very important that you spend the time and effort to create something, right? Like a small prototype, a market testing product. It doesn't have to be completely full-fledged and everything with all your features and whatever. Just something at the core that solves a problem in the world, because that's exactly what ideas and products and solutions and businesses is that they're trying to solve problems. So if you can solve a small problem with a very small implementation of whatever your idea is, whether that's a mobile application, web application, whether that's a business, whether that's a product, whether that's a service, whatever it happens to be, if you can come up with a small prototype within a very short period of time, but it will require you to put in 100% effort. If you can do that, then you can get out to the market, test it out, see if it's working, see if it's something that is viable for your potential customers, if they're going to be willing to buy it. If they're not going to be willing to buy it, why not? What are the flaws? These questions can only be asked and answered once you have some sort of prototype or a small thing that you can get to the market that they can approve or verify or disapprove or quantify or figure out if it's worth it or not, right? Okay, so that's why it's so important. It's important that you can release something fast enough, but you put in that 100% effort, time, and energy into it. So that's one thing that was in my head, and I was thinking about it quite a bit, because it's very important. It becomes so important that when some people come up with all these crazy ideas, like blockchain is a new thing now, net neutrality. There's a big issue because something got passed today that sort of gives more power to the government and the ISPs. It's absolutely ridiculous. But where there are problems, there are opportunities. Where there are challenges, there are opportunities. Where there are flaws, where there are other individual enhanced impurities, whatever you want to call it, there are more opportunities. And that's what this, that's how you look at this net neutrality stuff. Obviously, it's a pretty bad thing that's happening, because now your content is not the truth and the whole truth. It can be thwarted and funneled and slowed down by whoever the ISP is or the government itself, which is not good. It's definitely not good. So anyways, I just want to say that when you have these ideas, it's very beneficial. It will be very beneficial to you and everybody else if you come up with a prototype, a small version of your solution, your product, whatever. Have people test it, and then you get a better idea of whether this is the right thing or not. And instead of, you know what, I have the best idea ever, and then 10 years later you said, I had that idea, but that guy made millions and I didn't. it's just the simple fact that you can create a small prototype that's going to revolutionize. It potentially has the ability to revolutionize where you're going with your product and features and all that. So that's my wise words for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know the holidays are coming up. I hope your finals are going well. Other than that, HP Maharaja signing out. Peace and love. Jai Ho, everybody. Take care. Have a great Thursday, and tomorrow is Friday, and we're going to be off to very, very many things off this weekend. So, peace and love. Jai Ho.